Have you ever wondered how different your life would feel if English stopped being scary and started becoming your superpower? Imagine understanding movies without subtitles, traveling confidently, or speaking to anyone in the world. Today, dear listeners, we begin that transformation together.
That already sounds motivating. Jane, I think many beginners believe English is a mountain, but actually it's more like climbing stairs, one small step at a time.
Exactly, you're right. Welcome, everyone. Today's episode is specially designed for beginners who feel stuck, shy, or even a little hopeless about learning English. If you ever said English is too hard, stay with us.
Yes, because today we're proving something important. English isn't difficult. Sometimes the learning method is, and don't worry, we'll laugh a little while learning too.
Let's start honestly. Mark, what was your funniest beginner English moment?
Oh no, I once wanted to say, I am excited, but I said, I am exciting. Everyone looked at me like I was a movie trailer.
So people expected fireworks and dramatic music around you?
Exactly. I learned grammar and comedy at the same time.
And that's the beauty of mistakes. Beginners think mistakes are embarrassing, but actually they create unforgettable lessons.
Yes, I remember ordering food abroad and saying, I am very hungry. The waiter smiled and said, don't worry, we will fix your hunger problem.
See? Communication still worked. Beginners don't need perfect grammar. They need courage.
Absolutely. Fluency begins the moment you stop being afraid of sounding imperfect.
Let's talk about fear again because it's the #1 enemy for beginners. Many listeners understand English but cannot speak.
That happens because their brain opens too many tabs, grammar rules, translations, pronunciation, fear. Everything crashes like an old computer.
So true. Beginners should close some tabs and just speak simply.
Yes, English is not an exam.
It's communication. Even toddlers speak before knowing grammar rules. Daily habits matter too. Some learners wait for motivation before studying.
Motivation is like Wi-Fi, sometimes strong, sometimes gone. Discipline is better.
That's a great comparison. Even 5 minutes daily builds progress.
Exactly. Listen while walking, cooking, or drinking coffee. Your brain learns quietly in the background.
Now let's discuss listening problems. Beginners often say native speakers talk too fast.
Native speakers don't actually talk fast. Beginners' ears are still training. It's like watching sports for the first time. Everything looks chaotic. And repetition helps enormously.
Yes, listen again and again until sentences feel familiar. Your brain loves repetition more than difficulty.
Speaking practice scares many learners. They wait for perfect conditions, but perfect conditions don't exist. Talk to yourself. I once practiced English while talking to my refrigerator.
Did the refrigerator answer?
No, but at least it never corrected my pronunciation.
That's actually beginner-friendly practice. Describe everything around you.
Yes. This is my chair. I drink tea. Simple sentences build speaking muscles.
Vocabulary learning is another trap. Beginners memorize huge word lists and forget them the next day. Instead, learn useful words connected to your life.
Exactly. Learn words you actually use daily. If you never say astronomy telescope, maybe learn coffee, bus, and meeting first.
Confidence grows through small victories. Like understanding one joke in English, suddenly you feel like a genius. Speaking of jokes, beginners often misunderstand funny expressions.
Yes, someone once told me break a leg, and I almost cancelled my performance for safety reasons.
English encouragement sounds dangerous sometimes. Another important beginner lesson: stop comparing yourself to fluent speakers. Comparison is unfair.
Fluent speakers have thousands of practice hours behind them. Language learning is personal progress. Yesterday you knew 5 words, today 10. That's success.
Let's talk about thinking in English.
Ah yes, the magic moment.
When your brain stops translating, conversations become natural. Beginners can start small. Think I'm tired, instead of translating from their native language.
Even naming objects helps. Door, phone, window. Pronunciation worries beginners too, but clarity matters more than accent. Communication beats perfection every time.
Exactly. Nobody expects beginners to sound like movie actors. If accents stopped communication, the world would be silent. Consistency brings transformation.
Learning English is like going to the gym. Results appear slowly but surely. And sometimes learners feel stuck.
That's normal. Progress happens underground before becoming visible. So listeners, don't quit during slow periods, because one day you'll suddenly understand conversations effortlessly. Let's imagine our listeners 6 months from now. They understand podcasts, speak confidently, and maybe even joke in English.
That's the goal, enjoying English. Because language learning should feel exciting, not stressful.
Before we finish, I want to ask everyone listening, what if today is the day you stop saying I can't and start saying I'm learning? Your journey doesn't require talent, only persistence. Small steps daily create big results. Thank you for spending this time with us. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, every fluent speaker was once a beginner. See you next time on English Podcast Tube.
See you, dear listeners. Goodbye.